looked like it. Never noticed there. But somebody said something on the group.
Hey guys, we're at the Jumping Juniper Fire, which is going to be the fire that's south of Isai, north of Camargo. So there is an evacuation notice for Camargo on this fire. We came down on Highway 34, and currently right now, Highway 34 is completely clear. They don't have Highway 34 shut down right now. Let me go over and I'll show you guys right quick if I can see. So somewhere, I think it's right there. Somewhere over there, Highway 34 shut is Highway 34. So from there over, and there's the fire. So as you guys can tell, the fire is almost moving kind of south, almost maybe kind of southwesterly. We are currently sitting about probably 3 miles, 2 or 3 miles north of Camargo. And Camargo is going to be just to our south. And you're looking at the head fire right there. So it's still, we're shooting from the south to the north. So we are actually south of the fire. So there's still, it's in very rural parts of Dewey County. We did see a few houses coming down here that were going to be in the path, but there's very few houses. So the next big thing leading up to this is going to be Camargo. So if it kind of stays on the southerly track, then yes, Camargo could be in danger. But if it stays up to more of a southwesterly track in these canyons right here, then Camargo might be okay. But they've got that evacuation notice out just in case. You guys know as good as I know how these fires are, how erratic the winds can be around them. And so that's why they put these broad evacuation notices out. So if you're in Camargo, I would go ahead and get your belongings and start heading to one of those at Leedy and I think Visai community buildings are opened. So you've got a little bit of time. I wouldn't say you have an hour, but you've got 10 to 15 minutes probably at the rate that the fire's moving right now to get your stuff and get out. And anybody from Camargo to where the fire's at. So I'm gonna let my dad talk a little bit today. I just had some work done, just had some surgery done. We can talk about it here in a little bit. My voice isn't the best today.
Yeah, we'll cut you some slack. Just having surgery last Monday.
So we're sitting here on a hill, and I'll pan over. So if it comes to it, we're gonna help this guy get these cattle out into this. So we're sitting in some short grass right here, and this guy's gonna let these cattle out onto the short grass if the fire looks like it's gonna make a run this way.
Like Kyle said, we are sitting just right off of Highway 34, just a quarter mile west of Highway 34 in the farmer's field, and which 2 or 3 miles north of Camargo. We're a little south of County Road 65 for those of you in this area.
So the fire really hasn't moved all that much. I mean, maybe a couple miles.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit over.
Because it looks like it's. I think it's the south side of County Road 65 already, but not much.
And there's also a structure fire going on in Visai right now too that just kicked off. So.
And we are south of this fire, so it is coming, headed right. for, so we can keep an eye on this head for you.
We've got short grass all around us, and mainly it's going to be moving through the rural parts of Dewey County here in the northwest part of Dewey County through these canyons, and that's why they're having such troubles getting to it. As you guys can see in the shot there, it's pretty rough terrain.
When we first got here, you could tell a lot of cedars were going up with all the black smoke, but there's not so much that anymore, so it may just be in the grass right now.
I got a call into Andrew. I haven't put this on my new phone yet, so
Oh,
I haven't done.
along with surgery, you just got a new phone. As soon as I said that, it looks like it's getting into some more cedars, just directly north of us. So here in a minute, you're probably going to see the flames of that head fire coming right over that little hill directly north of us. Someone asked if we knew yet what started this fire. We do not. Usually that type of information doesn't come out for a while. They're just fighting it now, try to get it out, then they'll go back and investigate. But we have not heard anything along those lines. How far north of Camargo? Probably 3 to 4 miles right now north of Camargo.
It still has a ways to get. I mean,
Yeah,
3 to 4 miles doesn't seem like a lot. Camargo still has time. If you guys haven't evacuated yet, you guys still have time. Which the ones that live around here, you know this area, and you know this from Viside down to Camargo. There's that really hilly canyon area, and it's running in those canyons right now, moving south.
check Mesonet real quick. A little while ago, the winds were almost out of the northwest, but now they've kind of shifted along the cold front, and it is Mesonet down around this area saying they're more directly out of the north. Saying 26 mile an hour with gusts of 34 is what it's saying for this area right now, the Mesonet here at Camargo. And as far as fuel, Kyle, you're the firefighter. I mean, there's areas where there is some decent fuel, but then there's some short grass around here that maybe. Yep.
Hey Andrew, we're sitting about 3 miles north of Camargo, just off of Highway 34, where there's a fire warning currently. There's evacuations going on for the town of Camargo, so we're looking from the south to the north at the fire, and as you can see, it's very canyon country right through here. So it's moving through this canyon country, and the firefighters are having a difficult time getting to it, and that's kind of part of the problem. We're having this big issue right now, and so currently the fire is not moving just terribly fast, so it's still going to be probably 3 to 4 miles north of Camargo. So if you are in Camargo right now, you still have time. I would say maybe 10 to 15 minutes time to get your belongings. And I've heard of Arnett or Leedy Community Center and Visay Community Center are both open for you guys to stay there. So be a good idea for the town of Camargo, just for the time being, to go ahead and evacuate, get your stuff, and go enjoy some company with some other people at some of those community centers. So back to you, Andrew.
Uh, Darren, man, you guys ask east or west side of Highway 34. It is just on the west side of 34. Just a quarter of a mile, half a mile or so. I mean, so it's really close to Highway 34, 3 or 4 miles north of Camargo, and the winds are directly out of the north, but it almost, from the smoke, the fire's moving more south southwest. Does it to you, Kyle? I mean,
Sorry, I was listening, Andrew.
Oh, I mean the wind is directly out of the north, but the smoke is really more going southwest.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's
So
weird.
yeah, it's odd. Obviously, getting into some cedars right there. Uh, so if it As far as activating a state of an emergency, we don't know. I do know right now, Kyle said Dewey County, Ellis County.
Hey, Andrew.
Oh.
This is a great shot of kind of the whole fire environment area too. So we're looking from the south to the north, and the winds are straight out of the north, but right there at the fire, you can tell the smoke is actually blowing to the southwest. So it's getting a little bit of an east push just every once in a while. So it's kind of just, trailing through these canyons right through here, which luckily down in the canyons, there's not a whole lot of homes through here. There is a few, but once we get about 3 to 4 miles to the south is where Camargo is going to be in trouble. But this was a good presentation of just kind of how the whole fire environment kind of works. And it actually had a little bit of an east wind moving that smoke off to the southwest right there. It still does it.
Kyle jumps on every now and then talks to Andrew back at the station. But Dewey County, Ellis County, Woodward County, and I think you said one more, didn't you?
Leedy and Visay.
I mean the county strike teams.
Oh.
Dewey, Ellis, Woodward,
and Roger Mills.
Roger Mills. So those 4 counties are sending strike teams currently.
Just hit some good cedars.
Yeah. You kind of tell from the smoke presentation, that it is getting closer here, but like I said, we're directly south of it, so it is moving our direction. We are up here in some very short grass, so actually a kind of a dirt plowed field right behind us. So. Like I said, Mesonet, this area, showing winds out of the north, 25 with gusts to 34.
It's almost moving straight west.
Yeah.
Huh. So right now, guys, this fire is in very, very rural areas of the northwest part of Dewey County. Um, there's a few houses that are down in through here, but for the most part, I mean, it is moving south towards Camargo. So if you do live in Camargo, you do need to evacuate, like the authorities have been asking. Sorry, I'm listening to Andrew in my ear too and trying to talk.
And again, all these Woodward, has a paid fire department, and but other than that, every other firefighter down here from Woodward County, Roger Mills County, Dewey, Ellis, all volunteers. So hats off to them. Looks like it's probably not going to be long before it comes up over that hill right there. Look at that. And looking at Zoom Earth, it is showing the winds there northeast. So
if it keeps moving more to the southwest, it should go.
Yeah,
Camargo should be good, but I'm still not.
Because we can easily have little wind shifts.
So if you're just joining us, we are about 3 to 4 miles north of Camargo on Highway 34. This fire is going to be on the west side of Highway 34. So you can actually travel up and down Highway 34 right now. It is not blocked. The smoke is actually moving away from Highway 34 right now. So this fire in North Dewey County, south of Byside, north of Camargo, is mainly in the rural parts of Dewey County. There is a few houses through here. We drove by and there's firefighters that are sitting on those houses, but mainly just following this whole river creek bottom. Some very big canyons right here. The fire isn't moving just terribly fast. We've been sitting here for 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And which we've got a hill right in front of us. But there was a big cedar tree patch it was getting ready to burn through, and so that's probably that smoke right there you're seeing.
Yeah.
So we're sitting just to the south of it, so we're actually in between Camargo and the fire. So Camargo, if you are in Camargo, get your belongings and heed those evacuation notices that they've sent out. Leedy and Viside community centers are open.
Like you said, more of that's almost going west. There you see.
We've actually got an east wind here. So if you do live in Dewey County, so this fire is actually headed to the river, Canadian River.
Threw some grass up, and yeah, it's almost blowing up more west. Though you do see some smoke back over there.
Is that another one?
That's what, yeah. Or east, I said west. Back to the east. That's probably just a flank of it, or is that a whole different one? That one still looks like it's on the west side of 34.
Yeah, Andrew, it's still burning here in rural Dewey County right now. Moving through the bottom of these canyons that are just completely filled with cedar trees. And so these firefighters are going to have a difficult time getting this one out. So it's probably going to take some air assets to really get in here and be able to get some water to where these fire trucks can't get to. So currently right now we've got a northeast wind, and so the fire is actually moving off to the south-southwest. So if it stays on that current track, Camargo should miss it to the west, but I'm not going to put my money on that. If I live in Camargo, I'm gonna start gathering my things and start evacuating. So we've been sitting here for 10 to 15 minutes, and we're shooting just straight off to the north. And so the fire's been burning on the other side of that little hill right there, but it has not crossed over that hill yet. So it's still probably to the 3 to 4 miles northwest of Camargo right now. Back to you, Andrew. So that's Andrew's talking right now about the winds behind the cold front up here in northwest Oklahoma are almost out of the northeast.
We have to remember though too that Highway 34 isn't directly north-south. So Camargo almost is, south.
Yeah, that's right.
Southwest of us a little bit. So we have to keep that into account too.
If you guys can see on top of that hill, there's some fire trucks starting to show up. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So I think that fire is going to be just right over that hill.
Yeah, it looks like it's creeping up to crest that hill.
Those cows are headed back north.
Probably won't take long. Those cows
No,
going to
no.
head start heading back this way. And there are some cows in the field right here in front of us, but the farmer rancher who owns this is sitting right over here next to us, and he's prepared to open that gate and let them out if needed.
he allowed us to come sit up here, and we offered our help if
he needs anything.
Yeah.
Looks like a lot of fire assets on that road right there. I think that's County Road 65. Let me just double check, make sure, yes.
I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see him.
Looks like on Apple Maps that there's a slowdown now on Highway 34 between 64 and County Road 65. So all those fire assets you're looking at right there, that's on County Road 65. And again, if you're just joining us, this is just quarter mile west of Highway 34, 3 or 4 miles north of Camargo. Quite a few assets going down at County Road 65, so that's good.
Do what?
Quite a few fire assets right
Yep.
there on County Road 65, so that's good. Gust of 35 though still makes it extremely difficult.
Ooh, there's
Yeah, I just saw
big
that.
old
Yeah.
plume of cedars. You guys probably just saw that in there. Kind of in the middle on the right side of your screen. So right now, guys, I mean, it's moving through rural parts of Dewey County. We're rural parts of Dewey County. We're about 3 to 4 miles north of Camargo. It's off to the west of Highway 34. So it's in some canyons, some deep canyons that are filled with cedars, and that's why the firefighters are having such a hard time getting down to it. We're sitting to the south of it. I don't know, probably 3/4 of a mile.
Yeah.
There's a hill that's kind of blocking our view over there, but there's a lot of fire assets and everything else over there, so we picked this hill.
Corbin, you're asking, yeah, we're Highway 34, 4 miles or so north of Camargo. It's on the west side of Highway 34, and the road you're looking at right up there is County Road 65.
We're actually 2 miles north of Camargo.
We just 2?
Yeah. 2 miles north of Camargo.
2 miles, okay.
A little over 2, in between 2 and 3.
With those fire rigs, you can maybe see those fire units up there. They're on 65, and looks like that fire's just north of them. So I would say this fire is just north of County Road 65. The cow just stepped over that fence. Like, I'm not waiting for the gate to open up.
zoom out just a little bit, guys.
They may be trying to make a stand right there on County Road 65, so. To get that done, that would be great. Wind whipping up.
Alright guys, so we are that cow's gonna come up and see us.
I didn't know if you were about to talk to Andrew or not, so I wasn't saying
Yeah,
anything.
I didn't know if he was gonna come to me or not. They just did a live hit on News 9. But they're in March Madness right now, and so
there was another fire down by Dibble. Are they saying anything about them not getting it? Or?
Fire warning was dropped on it.
That's good.
Cal's gonna come up to that guy's window.
Yeah.
What have you been waiting on?
Yeah. You want me to open that gate for you?
So he just walked over right here?
Right down, yeah.
Huh.
He almost kind of tripped, but the top wire or two must be low, because yeah, he just stepped over it.
Huh. As you guys can see, it's still burning pretty good. Definitely still out of control. The fire's not burning just super fast like some of the big wildfire days that we've seen, which is a good thing. And so,
Not like that Beaver fire a while back. Those gusts were 60 that day.
fire's still pushing to the south, southwest, so fire warning is still in effect.
We're obviously going to stay here with y'all for a while and see if they can get it stopped on County Road 65 maybe, or if it jumps it and starts coming this way toward us, and see if the fire emergency for Camargo stays, or but yeah, we'll stay here and keep an eye on this. Keep y'all on here.
4 miles north of Camargo, moving rapidly south until at least 4:30 p.m. is the fire warning. So fire warning's still in effect until at least 4:30. It says. I'm sure it'll get reissued. So we are about 2.5 miles north of Camargo on Highway 34. So this fire is going to be to the west of Highway 34, and I know there's been some slowdowns on
34 now.
34, but I mean, for the most part, Highway 34 is not shut down yet. So if you're trying to evacuate out of Camargo and you want to go to Vici, you're still able to do that right now.
If the winds were more out of the northwest, the 34 probably would be closed. Someone commented that Custer County strike team is now en route too. So we've got Woodrow County, Roger Mills, Dewey, Ellis, and Custer county strike teams that we know of here.
I was hoping they'd be able to get the planes.
I think they can go in 35, can't they?
I wonder if that house fire was anything.
I don't know. Once again, you know, with Custer County coming up, you may have a few paid firefighters with Clinton, Weatherford, but again, probably 95% of these firefighters out here, these men and women, are volunteers.
O'Keene was just paged for a fire at Highway 8 and 660 Road. Highway 8 and 660. Highway 8's the one that runs north and south.
Mm-hmm. There are some.
Where are you at, Val? Hey, Val. Are you by O'Keene? Okay. Okay. I just got a text about O'Keene Fire Department just got paged out on Highway 8, I think 4 miles south of O'Keene for a grass fire.
$660, so yeah, that'd be.
I think it's like 4 miles.
4 miles south of O'Keene. Seeing some pictures now of that house fire in Visay, up on the north side of Visay. That structure
So
fire.
it's definitely on fire.
Yeah.
Golly.
That's where they were saying some of the resources here had to pull off from this fire and go to that structure fire in Visay. So. Maybe another grass fire, I-40 near mile marker 98.
In the
Near Hinton area.
Yeah, Andrew, this fire's still burning hot and heavy. It's definitely not. It's still way out of control. So it's still burning in mostly rural areas of Dewey County. It's still going to be about probably 3 to 4 miles north of Camargo. It's still burning off to the south, and every once in a while it has kind of a southwesterly movement to it. So it's firefighters are going to have a difficult time getting to it with the terrain down in these canyons, and these canyons are completely full of cedar trees. So at this time, the fire warning is still actively. And so Camargo, you were supposed to evacuate to either the Leedy Community Center or Visay Community Center. So we're going to sit here and keep an eye on it. Back to you, Andrew.
So yes, the pictures we saw of the structure fire, house fire, north side of Visay, certainly was looked bad. So prayers for that family. Hopefully the family and pets are all okay. The fact we haven't seen it top that hill or jump 65, maybe they're doing a great job making an attack right there along 65, County Road 65.
We could maybe drive up there and see.
See a road grader up there now too.
Yeah. I mean, they're looks like a lot of those fire trucks are probably off into that
north side of 65.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go drive over on 65 and we're gonna drive over on 65, guys, and see if we can.
So if you do live around this area or know these parts, that it's still mainly between County Road 64 and 65. Just on the west side of Highway 34. Still some cedars going up though.
Do what?
More cedars going up right there.
Alright, guys, we're almost back out onto Highway 34. We're going to go north just a little ways, so we're going to go to east-west 68?
65.
65. Go back west just a little bit. So we've been sitting there for, I don't even know,
45 minutes?
45 minutes. And the fire hadn't topped that hill yet, so. So as you guys can see, Highway 34 is still open. There might be some slow spots. You guys need to watch out for fire trucks going up and down Highway 34, but for the most part, Highway 34 is still open. What's up, man?
Have fun.
You care if we pull up here and just?
Oh, you is fine. I'm just sitting here.
Okay.
I can actually see here. I couldn't see down there.
Yeah.
So
Sounds good, man.
it's all.
Just in those canyons.
I think there's multiple ones kind of popping up. So,
Yeah.
everybody
Sounds-
be safe.
Yep. You
Enjoy.
too, buddy. See ya. So we just stopped and talked to that trooper. So he kind of said there's a whole bunch of little fires starting. So that's what cedar trees do. They'll throw some embers off and it'll start.
So we're going west on County Road 65. About a half a mile west now of Highway 34. Well, there's a little just a
Oh, yeah.
road through the pastures. That's
Yeah. Yeah, you can pull in here.
grass rigs filling up right there from that tanker. A lot of these fires, they do have an ambulance just on standby. By-side Camargo EMS is here.
That'll work. Don't get in their way. So as you guys can tell what we were talking about, so those cedars go up and they'll start little spot fires like that one right there.
There's a road down there, I guess it looks like too. So a lot of the grass right through here is actually, a lot of it's kind of short. Right over there's a little more fuel, but a lot of rigs over there on top of that hill.
So guys, we're not saying a whole lot, and that's a good thing. So this fire's not burning just completely.
Trying to find that little bit right there. Someone just said Canton went east out of town. They're headed to that fire probably that came in 4 miles south of O'Keene. I'm not sure. Some people are saying they can hear us fine, and some people are saying they can't hear us as well. This is kind of notorious bad cell area, but I think we're broadcasting fine.
I'm gonna go to this other camera right quick, guys.
We didn't change anything with our audio, so I'm not sure. Looks like there's a 6x from our net that just filled up right behind us.
There's a plane that's
Oh, there's a plane.
flying over the top. I'm wondering if that's...
Yes, Robin, we're on County Road 65. We're about a half a mile west of Highway 34. Again, on County Road 65. Like Kyle said, there's just a lot of little spot fires down through here in these canyons. So at least, I mean, it doesn't look like there's just a raging fire like we saw at Beaver that couldn't get stopped.
It's still definitely out of
But
control.
it's out of control.
It's just not moving as
Just
fast.
not moving as fast, yeah. Look at my flight radar 24 to see if it says anything.
So they did reissue the fire warning until 5:30 p.m. Located 3 miles north of Camargo, moving south at 2 to 3 miles an hour.
Plane's not showing up on my flight radar, but there's planes circling all this, so it could be. You're more familiar with this. They send up a spotter plane at first, Kyle, or possibly?
Yeah, but I don't think that's the one that they forestry's using.
Okay. Some more cedars going up over there just to our north. More way back to our north now too, about a mile.
This is going to be a very long fire for these Dewey County crews, especially with no rain in sight.
That little area that was burning just directly in front of us, where those 5 or 6 rigs attacked a minute ago, looks like they maybe have that taken care of or knocked down.
Trying to see what trucks those were. Yeah, this one they're just having issues getting down to it. It's looking a lot better though.
Yeah, Robin, it should be to your west a ways, and with the winds, it's blowing this southwest. So over on 214 should be good.
Trail Creek is the creek bottom that runs through here.
The plane keeps flying circles up there. You sometimes have planes just kind of spotting for you firefighters, let you know where active flames
Not
are?
normally, because they have to kind of be in with forestry
To do that.
because you don't want to clog up the airspace for
Have a bunch of
air
airplanes.
assets. And I just texted one of my buddies that's on the spotter plane, so we'll see. I texted him earlier and he said they were near CMET.
Most of you know Kyle being a lieutenant at Woodward Fire Department, he has contacts out there with a lot of people and with forestry officials, and he understands fire behavior and how to attack these. And
So as you guys can see, I'll go to the north end. The smoke seems to be really coming down. Oh, an air attack out of Texas is on the fire by Viside now.
so that could be a spotter plane for Air Attack Texas.
So they'll bring in these air attack platforms, and that's what that guy's doing. He's trying to figure out where all the hot spots are at. Let me see if I can. That'll be just right. There he is, right there.
Double prop.
So that guy's out of Texas, and he's working for forestry. It's an air attack platform. So he's going up, surveying the fire, seeing if air assets can do any good on this fire. And so if they can, then they'll bring in some air tankers. And
That's why it's so important too. Sometimes you hear of recreational drone operators flying their drones up, trying to get some video of fires like this. But when you do that, then these fire attack planes cannot fly, cannot risk crashing into one of those, and
they'll ground everything.
they'll ground everything. So if you're a hobbyist, have a drone, keep it on the ground in fires like this, so these guys can get up and get these fires knocked down.
The tanker is en route just west by Altus.
Probably take 30 minutes, maybe 20-30 minutes to get up here from Altus.
So we've actually got air inbound to this fire.
fire unit's just right in front of us down here. So we'll be able to bring you some pictures of these tankers coming in. Trying to see
It's
if I can
starting to take over.
do what?
That smoke down south is really starting to pick up right over there.
Trying to see if I can find that plane on flight radar.
It's 5 o'clock, so they've got what? Another hour and a half or so of daylight.
Do those planes look like that?
No.
No.
I don't think so. So what you're looking at right there is actually a little bit more to the north of where the head fire is going to be at. So it's going to be on one of the flanks that they're not able to get to. Is just creeping along some cedars, and every once in a while it'll get one of the cedars going pretty good.
Michael, if you just jumped on asking, that's where we are currently right now. Or are you talking about the structure fire in Visay? But we're on the fire down between Visay and Camargo, or would you say about 3 or 4 miles north of Camargo? Yeah, we got some units from Roger Mills and Custer County headed this way.
There's quite a few counties here. Ellis, Woodward, obviously Dewey, Roger Mills, Custer. Maybe 5 counties here. Oklahoma Forestry's here, and they also just brought in air assets too.
So if there's any positive here, it's not moving. It doesn't seem like it's really just moving southwest. It's down here in this canyon and in the cedars and.
Yeah, it's just kind of burning slowly down here in these canyons, which is good for Camargo.
Absolutely.
See if I can get a good picture of that.
No, Michael, not that I know of. Anybody's live on that structure fire. We have seen some pictures of it, but not aware of anyone who's live there. Wind's still whipping out here. You can hear. Let's try that. Can you guys hear better now?
Kind of a couple areas it's trying to take off into.
John, some of you guys who commented about the volume, is that better? We just made one little tweak to the audio here, so maybe that helps. Very good. Yep, they said that fixed it. Sorry about that. I think we messed with it, but sometimes I think technology just does stuff on its own.
This is going to be a mess for Dewey County for a while.
Yeah, they'll have rigs out here all night, I'm sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
And really down in these canyons and all these cedars, I mean, it can burn for days until get some good rain or.
Yeah, one good thing about prescribed burning is obviously it'll kill the cedar trees, but if it doesn't completely burn the cedar tree and it kind of gets down underneath the cedar tree, all those pine needles from the cedar trees, over the years will just accumulate down underneath the cedar tree. And so if it hasn't burned in an area in a while, you're going to have inches and inches of pine needles that have burned up. So if the fire can just sit there and crawl underneath those cedar trees and those pine needles, and every once in a while, a week to 2 weeks later, these big fires will take off again.
Sheila's asking, there may be some just jumping on. We're on County Road 65, about a half a mile west of Highway 34. Excuse me. So about 4 miles north of Camargo. So this fire is kind of between County Road 64 and County Road 65. We're on County Road 65. It's at a half a mile west of Highway 34. Winds are kind of out of the northeast. So this fire was moving to the southwest, but there's really not a lot of forward advancement with it. Just down here in these cedars. Firefighters doing a great job keeping it from advancing. Looks like some of Custer County just pulled up a Clinton grass rig. And Butler.
I think that plane that you were looking at, I think is
Maybe that was just
the air tanker.
Maybe that's just a picture of some random plane. So that's the case. It's
How's it going, man? You're good. You're on live.
yeah. Just let you know, we're on live.
How are y'all doing? Good. How are you, man? All right. You guys be careful out there.
Yeah.
I think they've got air coming
Yeah, we saw a plane just now.
in. Yeah,
flying
I think there's an air tanker coming.
Yeah, right now the air tanker just northeast of
East
Hammond.
I think. Hopefully that's it.
Cool.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, sorry. Say hi.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
see
you're
all the
fine. You're
time.
fine. Just to let you know.
You're good. You guys be careful.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, it'll be up here in our area in 5-10 minutes. Keep an eye on that plane, just to make see if that is the plane for
Yeah.
sure. So we got a whole line of, we got Custer City, Arapahoe.
Andrew, I think I've got some air assets that are getting ready to come in on this fire. So I'll be getting some video from that.
Cedar fronts. I
Yep.
have to remember that.
Yep. So they had a air attack platform come in from somewhere out of Texas, and I just looked, and it looked like there were some air tankers that were just north of Hammond that were coming up this way.
If y'all don't have Flight Radar 24 app, it is a pretty cool app. You can see where planes are all around the world, as long as they have their transponders on. Thomas is right behind us, so I think normally all these counties have strike teams, and Kyle can explain it better probably, but at least one unit will come out of each department in that county. And
little bit of more smoke. We're keeping an eye on the airplane resources over here, so
Cedar fronds. What those are called.
oh, thanks, Kathy.
I didn't know the official term for those either.
And there's a light inbound from the south. Light is a large air tanker, so we're gonna keep an eye on that. See if we can get some good video of it. Some more dark
Plane's
smoke
little-
going up over here.
Southeast of Camargo now. That is indeed the plane. I'll probably step out and get a little video of that too.
Should be getting close. Just took off. There's some flames right there on that.
Ooh, yeah. Definitely tell one batch of those cedars go up.
I don't know where Jeremy's at, but Jeremy's on a pretty good fire.
Look. Jeremy is northwest of Asher.
Sounds like a pretty good fire burning down there.
The plane dropped off the radar.
I saw that.
We got too low or what? Oh, here he comes. Maybe that's him.
We're trying to keep an eye on the plane that's here, guys. See if we can get some good video for you of the and that whole side over there is taken off. Oh yeah, here it is right here. He's pretty low too. Oh, there he is right there. You guys can see him up there in the very top of the shot. Andrew, you can see him there in my shot. Yeah, so that's called the LAT, which is a large air tanker. It's a pretty big plane. Still kind of up higher up there. As he's doing that, you guys can see in the shot that that fire over on the west side is really starting to take off again. know we're not talking a whole lot right now, guys, but this is what's going on. So the west side of the fire is really starting to take off again, and I'm thinking this guy's gonna do a big drop on that west side for him. So whenever he starts coming down real low is whenever you're gonna know he's pretty serious about dropping. And he is. He's getting low right now, so. I think he's getting ready to drop, guys.
You think I can talk to David Payne? I gotta ask him a question. When is it gonna rain?
We need it, don't we?
Please. That's it?
So I don't think he dropped all of it there. You guys can hear some of these firefighters right next to us, and they're wanting me to ask David Payne when it's gonna rain.
Can I be like a third grader, like when we get to tour the storm tractors and stuff?
Yeah, you're live too, just letting you know, but
That's
you're
awesome.
good. Tell them hi.
Who?
Facebook.
Oh, what's up?
You want me to ask Andrew when it's gonna rain?
Please, man. Please.
Here. Here, I'll let you talk on Gettner.
What's that?
I'll let you talk on Gettner.
Okay.
Hey, Andrew. I've got a firefighter right here that wants to talk to you and ask you a question.
Hey, man, when's it gonna rain?
We'll try. Maybe the end of the month.
I watched somebody last night, and they said that it's getting lower and lower chances.
Yeah, there's a weak system like Friday, but that one I don't think's gonna provide much. Our next best bet would maybe be next Tuesday. Models look a little better with it now than they did yesterday, so hopefully that trend continues. But too early to rock in, but maybe early.
Thank you, Coley, for that
I'll
input.
take your word for it.
That was Andrew.
Knock on wood.
Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah, no
That's-
problem.
You got to talk on Gettner now.
I was wondering why, Coley,
is
why
Gettner?
all of a sudden
It's
his
just- It's like a big party line.
just dropped
It
off
is what it is.
dropped off the radar. Also got a good video of that drop, so we'll post that
Did he
here
go
after a
back?
while on.
Yeah, he's up that way.
So we're going back out the highway and go back up?
Right down here to the county road.
You guys be careful.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
That was a bunch of, that was all the
Custer
Custer County
County.
strike team.
I think.
Guy I was talking to Andrew was from Custer City.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Custer City
what
is what he had on
department
the
he was
back.
from.
Um,
He wants to know when it was gonna rain. And I don't blame
I think we all do.
I think we got a good video of the drop too.
Yeah.
So that fire is really starting to run again on the west side.
Yeah. Those guys must have got their assignment, Custer County, because they are all leaving.
There's the pup. I probably didn't get that on there.
The what?
On the roof cam. That Clinton Fire Department has a Dalmatian,
Oh, really?
and he had it in the back seat with him. I'm gonna jump out real quick.
Kyle stepped out to visit with the EMTs from Viside Camargo who were on standby out here. Like I said, being a Woodward firefighter and doing this, he knows everyone. So he took his headset off. What you're hearing is he left his phone in here on speaker with the Gettner. So Gettner can get confusing at times because we're actually, when Kyle has a headset on, he's actually hearing everything that's going out on air on Channel 9, plus then behind the scenes where Justin and all the other trackers are all talking, then there's a lot going on there at one time. Since they can probably hear that Gettner, I was telling them how confusing it is for you sometimes, because you can hear the broadcast, the programming, plus all the trackers and Justin talking to you also.
It gets a little crazy. So that's why every once in a while I'm talking on Facebook Live and YouTube, all of a sudden I stop because somebody in my ear is telling me something else.
I'll go put that video on there.
Yeah. I don't know what basketball game that is on right now. We've been kind of keeping track of it a little bit. I'm obviously kind of turning into a little Nebraska basketball fan.
Are you?
They said,
Yeah,
I talked to a few people that were in Oklahoma City, and they said walking downtown, the Nebraska fans they said they were amazing. Like, so friendly. And they filled the arena last night.
It's almost hard to believe that that was their first NCAA tournament victory in basketball ever.
So I'm kind of rooting for Nebraska now. And was it 74-72
I don't know.
last night? I think they won 74-72. I mean, it came down to the last few seconds.
So what do y'all call it? Is it a fire retardant? What did he drop?
Yeah.
I didn't know specifically like what kind of
it's a fire retardant, but I mean it's water and they mix chemical. I wouldn't say chemicals, but they mix stuff into it, and I think some of it obviously makes like some kind of an aqueous gel. There's a cedar tree right in front of us that just, see that? Right here in front of us that just took off, and it's right in through there somewhere.
What'd you say they named this fire?
Was it the jumping juniper? Yep, jumping juniper fire. I really want to find out the name behind that.
Yeah. The forestry names all these fires, and there's usually a reason, but
Sometimes it'll come from the fire departments. Well, guys, I know it's pretty boring just watching this right now.
where he dropped that though really knocked that down.
Yep, it did. This fire is nowhere contained at all. I mean, it's still burning out of control. It's down in these canyons, filled with cedar trees, and I mean, it's gonna be days and days before this one gets completely taken care of. But
Kyle, there been much change with that fire?
not really. Still just kind of burning in the same areas, just down in the bottoms of the canyons, just burning some cedars up.
Gotcha. Has there been any word about, like, I don't know, the front edge of that? Like, has that been moving still, or?
Man, to me, it looks like the front edge of it's slowed down, or, I mean, because mainly what's burning right now is going to be the flanks that are off to the west side of it. So where the head fire was at, it doesn't really look like it's moving a whole lot anymore. It's just the flanks are burning.
Gotcha, yeah, because I've been looking at it on satellite, you know, occasionally clouds moves over it, but when the clouds pass and you see the hot spot again, it basically looks like it stayed fairly stationary since it got big.
Yep, and they've got, I think, 5 counties here, 5 county strike teams here, so they've pretty well got it surrounded. So that'll be good. If it does jump out of a canyon, hopefully they can get to it pretty quick.
Yeah. water drops now.
What you guys are listening to,
Jot that time down.
Stacy is the Getner. So we're kind of keeping up with programming. Kyle's talking to Andrew back, and then we can also hear the other trackers. Jeremy's down on a fire by Asher, I believe it was.
Kyle, did that tanker ever do a water drop, or does that go somewhere and then fuel up other planes to do the water drops?
No, it actually did a water drop. I got it on our shot, but I've got a video of it too. I'll send it to you.
Awesome. About what time was that? Because if it's on your shot, I'll definitely look for that too.
About 15 minutes ago.
15 minutes ago.
Okay, cool.
I'll send you a video of it too by text.
Thank you.
Still that west side over there is burning. There's some guys that are up here on top of the hill to the very south that are just kind of keeping an eye on things.
But I believe Stacy asking where we were, and anybody else joining us, just not joining. We are about a half a mile west of Highway 34 on County Road 65, which is about 4 miles north of Camargo. We're on this fire down in the canyons here. They're calling it the Jumping Juniper.
Highway 34 is open, so there might be some fire traffic and emergency vehicle traffic going up and down it, so just be on alert for that. But Highway 34 still is open. Let me check on that fire warning. So they went ahead, and the fire warning is still in effect until 6:30 p.m. But it does not look, I mean, it's pretty much staying down here in these canyons. It's not really moving to the south. Since we've been sitting here, it hasn't moved to the south a whole lot.
That's Oakwood Fire Department rigs behind us. I believe that Oakwood's Dewey County.
Yes. The air attack platform plane is still flying overhead.
So will they just do the one? How long does it take them to go refill that with that fire retardant? But they're out of Texas, so they'll have to fly back there. We can keep an eye on them and see where they go.
guys, it's not really moving a whole lot much anymore. Fire warning's still in effect, so anybody south of this fire still needs to be in the know on what's going on with Dewey County Emergency Manager and the National Weather Service, and we'll post it on our page too. But from our vantage point right now, the fire crews are doing a great job. Oklahoma Forestry is here, and they've also brought in air assets. We had a large air tanker did a drop on, I think, what is going to be the west side of the fire. So we might jump off this live, and if something goes crazy again, we'll definitely get back on. Like we said earlier, Highway 34 is still open. Just watch for emergency vehicles going up and down it. This fire is going to be west of Highway 34.
Right down here on County Road 65.
Yeah, it appears the head fire is around east-west 65, but I mean, we've been sitting here for a while, and most of the fire is going to be north of 65, and it's looking like it's going to be around probably east-west 63 and south from there. So you're still 4 miles north of Camargo. I was going to look up the forecasted winds tonight. Winds are still going to be up. They're not going to be as crazy. They're going to be dropping just a little bit, and humidity is going to start coming back up. But we don't have any rain forecasted for a while now, at least the end of next week.
So right there around April 1st. Is that still on the possibly?
I
or-
think so. Honestly, I haven't looked at models yet today on any of that stuff coming, but
Like we said, Kyle's still recovering from surgery, so if you didn't hear much from him this week, that's why. So we'll give you a break, not looking at models too much last day or two and staying on top of that.
all right, guys,
You get a pass.
we're gonna jump off here. If something else goes crazy, we will come back on.
Like Kyle said, we'll sit down here for a while. Yep. And jump back
Yeah,
on
we're
if
not
needed.
leaving. So if we need to jump back on.